Hello friends. Welcome to Audiobook Daily. Today we'll talk about Summary of How to Live on 24 Hours a Day by Arnold Bennett. How to Live on 24 Hours a Day, first published in 1908, is a concise and practical guide on how to make the most of one's time. Despite being written more than a century ago, its core message remains highly relevant. Every person is given the same 24 hours daily, and how we choose to use them defines the quality and richness of our lives. Bennett urges readers to stop lamenting over not having enough time and instead learn to consciously allocate it toward personal growth, enrichment, and purposeful living. The preciousness of time. Bennett begins by highlighting that time is life's most precious commodity. Unlike money, possessions, or status, time cannot be earned, borrowed, or saved. Every morning, we are credited with 24 hours, and by nightfall, they are gone forever. This reality applies equally to all, the wealthy, the poor, the ambitious, and the indifferent. What separates successful people from others is not the amount of time they have, but how effectively they use it. Many people complain of being overworked and enslaved by their jobs, but Bennett argues that outside of one's work hours, there remains a significant portion of the day, typically evenings, that often get squandered in idleness, distractions, or meaningless routines. He emphasizes that by reclaiming these hours, one can build a fuller, more rewarding life. The myth of not having enough time. A central problem Bennett addresses is the common excuse, "I don't have time." People often feel that they are too busy with professional or domestic duties to pursue personal enrichment. Bennett refutes this, pointing out that while work might take 8 to 10 hours of the day, there are still many hours left. The real issue is not lack of time but lack of conscious planning and self-discipline. He insists that anyone, regardless of profession, can carve out at least 90 minutes a day to devote to self-improvement, learning, or creative endeavors. Even a modest commitment of focused time, when accumulated daily, produces immense long-term benefits. The importance of self-improvement. Bennett does not suggest filling every spare hour with work or study. Instead, he emphasizes balanced self-improvement. The goal is not to exhaust oneself, but to live more fully by developing the mind and spirit. He recommends cultivating interests beyond one's occupation, such as literature, philosophy, music, or art, because these enrich the inner life and give meaning beyond material existence. By engaging in thoughtful reading, reflection, and study, a person can transform otherwise wasted hours into opportunities for growth. This not only broadens knowledge but also deepens appreciation for life, providing a sense of satisfaction that work and leisure alone cannot. Practical suggestions for daily living. Bennett offers concrete strategies for making the most of the day. Start small. Instead of radically changing one's routine overnight, he advises beginning with short, consistent periods devoted to focused activity. For example, dedicating just 90 minutes in the evening to study or reflection can eventually create a profound shift. Use odd moments. Time is often lost in waiting, commuting, or casual idleness. These pockets can be reclaimed for meaningful activities such as reading or thinking. Avoid overplanning. While structure is essential, Bennett warns against rigid schedules that set unrealistic expectations. The goal is steady progress, not perfection. Balance work and rest. He stresses that productivity should not mean constant busyness. Enjoyment, relaxation, and leisure are necessary, but they should be purposeful rather than mindless. Focus on the inner life. Rather than chasing external accomplishments, Bennett encourages strengthening the inner self through learning, contemplation, and awareness. A well-developed inner life provides resilience and fulfillment regardless of external circumstances. The dangers of wasted time. Bennett critiques the tendency to waste hours in passive activities, such as gossip, idle conversation, or endless entertainment, that add little value to life. While relaxation has its place, indulging in trivialities at the expense of growth leads to stagnation. He warns against drifting through life as if time were infinite, reminding readers that every wasted hour is irretrievable. Instead, he promotes intentional living, using time deliberately to create experiences, build knowledge, and develop character. Such living transforms ordinary days into meaningful chapters of a larger, purposeful life. Living more fully. Ultimately, Bennett's message is not about squeezing more productivity out of every moment but about living more fully within the same 24 hours everyone is given. By consciously directing time toward enrichment, individuals can elevate their existence beyond the routine of work, chores, and idle pastimes. He acknowledges that self-discipline requires effort and persistence, but the rewards, greater satisfaction, self-respect, and intellectual vitality far outweigh the initial struggle. Life becomes richer not by having more hours, but by making the hours count. Conclusion. How to live on 24 hours a day is a timeless reminder that time is the ultimate equalizer. Arnold Bennett challenges the excuse of busyness and shows that everyone can cultivate a more meaningful life through deliberate use of their daily hours. By dedicating even small amounts of time consistently to self-improvement and mindful living, one can transform wasted evenings into a lifelong source of enrichment. In essence, Bennett's book is not about time management in the modern sense of maximizing efficiency, but about time mastery, using the limited hours of each day to live with purpose, depth, and joy. Thank you for listening. See you in next book summary.